Stop picking individual stocks. There's a smarter, easier way to invest in dozens or hundreds of companies with one purchase. Going to learn what an ETF really is, the best Canadian ETFs right now, their yields and payout frequency, and exactly what to check before you buy, because most beginners miss this and leave money on the table. Hey, I'm Elsie. I break down investing in simple English so you can grow your money without the stress. Okay, let's explain ETF in the simplest way ever. You walk into a grocery store, you can buy one apple or the whole fruit basket. If you buy one apple and it's bad, you lose. But if you buy the basket, even if one fruit is bad, you're still good. That's exactly what an ETF is. ETF means exchange traded fund. It's basically a basket of investments. Instead of buying only TD Bank or only Shopify, an ETF might hold 100, 200, even 500 companies inside. So with one click, you're diversified. Lower risk, smoother growth, less stress, perfect for beginners. Honestly, this is why most wealthy investors don't pick random stocks anymore. They buy ETFs and chill. An ETF is a basket of stocks. Instead of one company, you get hundreds. So one ETF can include banks, tech companies, energy names, and more, all inside a single investment. That's why most smart investors use ETFs instead of guessing individual stocks. Now let's talk about some Canadian ETFs you can invest in 2026. ETF number 1. VFE tracks the S&P 500. That means Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and more. This one doesn't pay huge income-wide, but it's built for long-term growth. Historically around 8-10% average yearly. If you want to build wealth quietly over years, this is your engine. The second ETF we would be looking at is XEQT, an all-in-one global equity fund and a dividend yield about 1.9%. This is perfect if you want one ETF that covers the whole world with both growth and income. But what if you actually want money coming into your account every month? Then you'll love VDY. VDY, this is a Canadian dividend ETF. It holds big stable companies like Royal Bank, TD, Enbridge, BMO, and Scotiabank. Now here's one that pays with real income, the VDY Canadian Dividend for this. Dividend yield of 8%, payout bi-week. That means every month you get cash deposited. Banks and big Canadian companies pay you just for holding this ETF. If you want regular income, this is the one most beginners skip. Quick question, which of these ETFs would you buy first? Growth, global, or income? Comment below. That being said, don't just buy any ETF. Check these 5 things first. MER, or management expense ratio, is the yearly fee a fund charges. Anything over 1% is too high. Holdings, what's inside? Is it tech, banks, energy? Look at the top 10 holdings. 3, dividend yield. This tells you how much percent on $10,000 is $350 per year. Dividend frequency, is it monthly, quarterly, or yearly? Monthly dividends provide more predictable cash flow. Performance history is key. Look at 5-year trends for consistent growth. That's better than making big Bali swings. Paper looks cool. So here's how I'd build a simple beginner portfolio using these ETFs. Try this, 40% XE for global growth, 30% V as you mentioned, without picking single stocks. Now, before you go, let me quickly explain something super important, because this might save you from losing money as a beginner. A lot of people ask me, Elsie, why not just buy individual stocks like Tesla or Shopify instead of ETFs? And honestly, for most beginners, ETFs are actually the smarter move. Let me show you why. First, lower risk. When you buy one stock, your money depends on one company. If that company crashes, your money crashes too. But with an ETF, you might own 100, 300, even 500 companies. So if one drops, the others protect you. That's called diversification. And diversification is how you survive long-term in investing. Second, way less stress. Stock picking means checking news, watching charts, timing the market, worrying every day. ETFs, you literally buy, hold, and chill. No overthinking. Perfect if you have a job, family, or business and don't want to stare at charts all day. Third, instant diversification. Imagine trying to buy 500 company points one by one. That would cost thousands of dollars. But with something like VFE or XEQT, one click, done. You instantly own the market. That's powerful. Lower fees. Most ETFs have very tiny fees, like 0.5% to 0.25%. That's almost nothing, compared to mutual funds that charge 2% or more every year. And trust me, high fees highly eat your profits. Compared to mutual funds that charge 2% or more every year. And trust me, high fees highly eat your profits. And here's the best part, you still get dividends. So ETFs like VDY or CashTO literally pay you monthly or quarterly. So you're getting growth, safety, and income all together, which is why ETFs are perfect for beginners. So quick recap, ETFs give you lower risk, less stress, more diversification, low fees, passive income. That's why most smart investors start here first and pick stocks later. Honestly, if you're just starting your investing journey in Canada, ETFs are probably all you need. Start simple, grow steadily, stay consistent. That's how wealth is built. Now, quick reality check, because ETFs are amazing, but they're not perfect. And I always want you to know both sides before investing your money. So here are a few disadvantages most people don't talk about. First, you probably won't get crazy overnight gains. Let me explain. If you buy one stock like Shopify or Tesla, it could double or triple fast. But ETFs, because they hold hundreds of companies, when one company shoots up, the others balance it out. So growth is smoother but slower, which means ETFs are great for steady wealth, not get rich next week money. When you buy an ETF, you don't choose the individual stocks. You get whatever the fund manager includes. So maybe you love tech stocks, but your ETF might also hold banks, energy, or companies you don't even know. You can't customize it. With individual stocks, you have full control. With ETFs, it's more hands-off. Third, smaller dividends sometimes. Because the money is spread across many companies, the yield might be lower than owning one high dividend stock. A single bank stock might pay 5%, but a broad ETF might only pay 2 or 3%. So if you want max income, sometimes picking specific dividend stocks pays more. And lastly, fees. Even though ETF fees are small, they're not zero. So over 20 or 30 years, those tiny fees still add up. That's why you should always check the MER before investing. So here's the truth. ETFs won't make you rich overnight, but they also won't keep you up at night stressing. They're boring, steady, and consistent. And honestly, that's exactly how most real wealth is built. If this helped you finally understand ETFs, hit like so more Canadians can learn this too, and subscribe for simple investing tips every week. Comment which ETF you'd start with, growth, global, or income, and I'll reply to you. All right, now you officially understand ETFs better than most beginners. So instead of guessing stocks or gambling your money, you can invest smarter, safer, and actually sleep at night. And that's exactly what we do here on Elsie Film Hub. Every week, I break down investing, money tips, and simple strategies to help everyday Canadians grow their money without the confusion. So if you want to learn how to make your money work for you, hit subscribe and join the family. And before you go, comment ETF if you found this helpful. Be sure to hit the save button. I'll see you in the next video.